Hello, my name is Anne, and nope, don't have Toby with me, but this is a Tobyknits podcast, episode 161. If you are new here, get a cup of tea. All my regulars know what to do, because we're going to be talking about knitting, cross-stitch, my trip, knitting, cross-stitch, my trip, yeah. Normally I talk about quilting and crochet and knitting and cross-stitch and any of the crafty things I do in my crafty life, because I'm retired, originally from England, but have lived in Canada 40 years. And I am currently in England visiting my dad. That's his garden. I'm in the conservatory. And I came over for my cousin's birthday. She was turning 70, so I came over at a giant big party. I have not been to bed that late in such a long time. Oh, it was so much fun though. We just sat around and talked and talked. All my cousins came, because I have lots of them. You know, some I haven't seen for like 10, 15 years. So it was just lovely to see everybody, catch up, talk. It was just great. I had a fabulous time. Naturally, I went to a football game because I am from Liverpool and all my cousins and everybody lives up there. So naturally, I went to the football game, watched Liverpool play, and we won. Yes. Which is awesome. And my brother has season tickets in the Cop. And so he let me use the tickets, and my cousin. So we went, the two of us. Oh my God, we had such a laugh. We're so old now. It's like, because now everything's on your phone. And so we arrived at the ground and we go to get in and they look at me, and I had this bag, which is the bag that I brought with me. And it just has my purse in it, you know, wallet. That was it. And a few hankies and my inhaler. And they're like, oh, you can't take that in. It's too big. I'm like, what? No, we can't take backpacks. I'm like, it's not a backpack. We can't take it. Oh. So we had to go find this area where we could put the bag. And, oh, there's my dad. Not bad for 91, is he? And then we went back to the turnstile to get in. I think that's the door. That was the doorbell. It was Dawn, my dad's cleaner. She came to say hello to me. Ooh, how lovely was that? So since then, it's now 2 o'clock, and I actually started this at 11 this morning. We ended up going out after she came and did a bit of shopping with my dad, who still drives, by the way. Can you believe that? Because I was like, oh my gosh, he's a brilliant driver. 91. I can't even drive. Anyway, so we now since got back, we've had something to eat, and I'm ready to continue. Where was I? The turnstile. So we get to the turnstile, and it's all on your phone now, the ticket. So we get there, and my cousin's like, okay, hold it up to the thing. So I hold it up. She's like, okay, turn it over. Okay, put it in the slot. But nothing happens. So she pulls me out, and she says, she calls her son, who's also going to the game at a different stand. So she calls him. So he has to come over and help us get in, because neither of us know how to use this blinking thing. So he says to me, okay, get in there. And then he does the thing and pushes me through. And she comes up. He does the thing, pushes her through, and then he buggers off with the phone. Well, now we're on the other side of the turnstile. We're in the ground now, but we don't even know what seat numbers we have. So she's to phone him again. What's the seat number? So anyway, by the time we get there, we go all the way up to our seat, and we get to the seat, and there's a guy in our seat, or in one of the two seats. So we're like, oh, I think you're in our seat. And he goes, no, you're the one above. So now we have so he's a 70-year-old and a 66-year-old climbing over the seats to get to the row above. So we do that, we stand there, we get ready to watch the game. A guy comes the other direction and says, you're in my seats. We were like, what? He says, no, you should be the one down there where we were originally. So now, and this guy who was in our seats disappeared. He's gone. But we hadn't noticed he'd left. So we're like, so now here we are again, climbing back over. Anyway, we got to watch the game. It was fabulous. I learned some new songs. And anyway, I had a great time. Loved it. So, yeah, the trip has been really good. Busy because almost every afternoon when I was hoping to go for a nap, half my cousins would show up and we'd sit around chatting and drinking tea and everything else. And then in the evening, same thing happened. We'd come back from dinner and more of them would come. I have a lot of cousins. So it was just very tiring. I was very, very tired. And I got hardly no knitting done or anything. I got a bit of car knitting done. I'll show you that in a minute. But yeah, it was just really tiring. And then I was supposed to go home on last Friday. I was supposed to go back home. I'm still here. Yes, I had to extend the trip. Not because anybody's ill, because nobody's ill. And not because I wanted to stay longer. That wasn't the reason. It wasn't like I was just having such a great time. I thought, I'm not going home. No, it wasn't because of that. It was because my card I need to get back into Canada hadn't arrived in time at home and just arrived. So Bob is sending it to me as we speak. But it meant it wasn't going to get here in time for my flight. So I had to rearrange my flights. And my dad and my brother were going to come back with me in the first place last week. But this particular week, Bob has to work and couldn't take the time off. And we need the time off when he's there so we can all go places and, drive my dad and my brother around. So they decided to wait a week and then come back next Monday, a week today. So that's what I ended up doing. I just ended up rescheduling my flight so that I could go back with my dad and my brother to Canada. And by then I'll have my card. It's been a nightmare. Just trying to organize it. So, however, having said all that, the nice thing is that since I've been at my dad's house, which is not in Liverpool, it's down in just outside Swindon. Since I've been at his house, I've been able to actually relax. And not all the world and their wife are coming over to see me. Well, of course, besides Dawn, who just popped over. So it's been lovely. We've been able to sit and watch TV in the evening, just relax. We haven't been going out to eat every night. We've just been eating stuff in the house. And it's just been really nice. I've had to rest in the afternoons. So I feel like I'm on holiday now. This is a holiday now. So yeah, but I haven't got much knitting done. Well, I have now since I've been here. But the first week I hadn't. So what have I been working on? I'm making a top for my granddaughter, Sunny. I don't even have the pattern with me. I'm using my phone. I took photographs of the chart, of the pattern, because I didn't want to bring the book with me in case I got it wrecked. So I had started the front. This is the front. I had done the front when I left Canada. I have now done the back, which is just plain. And I have now done the neckband. I'm having a bit of a struggle trying to figure out how to do this side because we have a bit of this on the back and that on the front. I think it's gonna go like that. I think it's gonna fold so that you can put the button there and do that. And then I feel like that's how it's meant to go. But I also feel like this should be open so that you can put it on the baby and do the buttons up without hurting the baby's head. But it says something weird about stitching it. Maybe it means stitch. I think it means stitch this bit. Okay, I've answered my own question. And then, of course, I had to do the sleeves. So these are it's a short sleeve top. So I'm hoping to get this finished because I want to start something new. So it'll kind of go like that. It'll be the sleeves. Anyway, it's really sweet. And this is King Cole pattern and King Cole yarn that I got in Canada at my favorite yarn shop, which is Yarns of Plenty in Smith Falls. Not pretty? So yeah, I just have to finish sewing it up. So I feel like I can get that done today, maybe. So that's one of the projects. I've worked on that quite a bit. The other knitting project that I worked on has been the Musselburgh hat that I'm making for Andrew. This yarn I hand dyed myself. This is winter camo color. And I was there when I left Canada. So since I've been here, I have stitched from here to here because this is just all the plain knitting. So this has been my car knitting. Like when we drove back from Liverpool to where my dad lives, it's like a 3.5 hour drive. And the same with when we go to the airport and stuff like that. So there's just lots of knitting and it's easy because I can just sit and knit away and not have to worry. And I can talk and look out the window. So yeah, that's where I was. I don't know why that's not staying the right way around. Oh, it's usually because it goes that way. Okay, that makes more sense. There we are. So yeah, so I was there when I left Canada. I had just basically done the decreases in a few rows. And I've done that much from there to there. So yeah, and I've got this much left. So I still have quite a ways to go before I start the decrease. I'll probably get down to about 10 grams and then start the decrease. So this has been the car knitting. And I just grab the bag and off I go. So there's that. So I only brought 2 knitting projects with me. And I have a list here, so I'm taking them off as I go. So when I was up in Liverpool, I met Linda and June, hello, who are the Disley sisters, or Knit and Crochet with Linda and June, I think is their YouTube channel. And they're originally from Liverpool too, which is where I was from. So Linda lives in Warrington, and not far from where she lives is a shop called Black Sheep Wools, I think. Was it Black Sheep Yarn? Black Sheep Wool. I think it's Black Sheep Wool. And so I had arranged, before I left Canada, to meet them there. And oh gosh, we had a lot of fun. Here's a picture. Oh, it was so much fun. And this is a lovely bag. Look at this bag that I got off. June made this for me. I can't remember the name of this bag. She did tell me the name of it. I don't remember. If you're watching this, June, write in the comments what the name of this bag is, because I forgot. But it's beautiful. It's the perfect size. She knows that I also quilt. So the bag, the fabric is, and my favorite color is purple. And so the fabric is all this lovely, lovely, lovely yarn. And then inside, look, gingham. Oh, I love gingham too. And it's got a pocket in. Actually, it's got a bunch of pockets. I really like her bags for that. So this is a drawstring, so it's quite big when you open it, but it has, and I'll show you my favorite thing about her bags, absolute favorite thing about her bags. So let me just take out the stuff that she put inside then I will show you. So inside the bag, let me turn it inside out. It'll be easier. You know what? You could even use it this way. It's reversible. So there's 2 pockets here. 1, 2. So these are a good size to put your scissors and stuff in. And then on the other side is you can put needles. Look, these are smaller. There's 2 small ones. So if you're using DPNs, you can put your DPNs in there. That's what I usually do. And then there's this one here. But here's my favorite part about her bags. Look at this that she makes. I love this. So it's this little tag, and on it are, how many times are we looking for stitch markers? So I love that. And look, she always has a butterfly for her mom. So I absolutely love this. I actually like it that way too. No, I'll use it the other way. So anyway, this is the bag and I love it. So I was made up with that, thrilled to bits. Inside was this cute, and again, how often are you looking for a tissue? Little bag with your tissues. Love that idea. And then from Linda, I got this. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. She gave me Siobhans Crafts, and this one's called Parma Violet. It's a sock yarn, weight 100 grams, 400 meters, 85% superwash polywood, whatever that is. Is that a sheep? And 15% nylon. Polwoth. I'll have to look that up. I have no idea. But it's lovely. It's kind of thick. It's almost, it's got a haze to it. Can you see? Anyway, I love that. Look at these colors. Wouldn't that make a nice Musselburgh for me? And I saw somebody, who was it? Got a Siobhans Crafts advent calendar last year. I think it was Emily, wasn't it? I feel like she did. And anyway, I love that. So there was one, and the other, and I've never had this yarn, and I've always wanted to get some botanical yarns. I've always wanted it. And this is gorgeous. And this is, does it have a name? No, just said mystery sock set. And this is 4-ply superwash, 75% merino, 25% nylon, 120 grams. Oh, that's a lot, 120. 500 meters, that's a lot. And isn't that lovely? Look. And there's little speckly bits of blue and purple, but very minute bits. I love it. So I really like this. And I've never had a botanical yarns before. And then this little thing, which is, I love it. I love this little tin. If I can figure out how to get it off, the lid off. Oh, there we go. You'll never guess what's in here. You'll never guess. Look, so many things. Oh my goodness. Let's see, what have we got? Oh. Let me turn it the right way. A teddy bear. Oh. And we're going to be here all night. There's tons of stuff in this. I didn't even know there was all this stuff until I got back home after I'd met them. So thanks. It was like Christmas opening the tin alone. And a bunny. I love stitch markers. Oh, and then these are gorgeous needle stoppers. Are they not ever nice? And then, now, I've never seen this before, this clasp. It just reminds me of an earring clasp. Little hedgehog. So I've never seen this type of a clasp before. And then these are all little, not pretty. As an acorn, obviously, a leaf. I can't believe all these stitch markers. Honest to God, I was like, what? And progress keepers, because I just love progress keepers. Oh, I love this one. Look at this one. That's a progress keeper. And another leaf. I might use them as earrings. And a squirrel. Oh, I wonder if I could do that. Put the squirrel on. Oh my God, I'm going to do that. Okay, I'm doing it now. Let's see. I think they're meant to be progress keepers. But I'm going to put the squirrel in one ear. Okay, got the squirrel in. Where did that acorn go? Oh, here it is. I love it. And what I want to know is, I haven't put earrings in for ages, so half the time I feel like that little hole, ow, closes. How does, there, got it. Okay, so look. You know, that's actually a really clever idea, because you could keep this in your ear, and then when you need to use the progress keeper, you stick it there. So what I want to know is, later today, will my acorn still be there, or will the squirrel have taken it? Yeah, I know. So anyway, I was thrilled to bits, absolutely thrilled to bits with this stuff. Thank you so much, ladies. Oh. So while we were there, naturally, we had a cup of tea at Black Sheep Wools. I don't even know if that's what it's called. Or is it Black Sheep Yarns? I don't know. Anyway, we had tea there. And then we went for a walk around the shop. Naturally, I had to buy something. Naturally. In fact, I bought a few things. What did I buy? I bought these. Because I thought they were lovely. And these are stitch markers, which I thought were just divine. And I'm not sure yet if I'm going to use them as a stitch marker or make them into a progress keeper when I get home. And I don't know yet. But I bought them. And I also bought a needle. Set of needles for socks. And the reason I got these is because these are 10-inch. Now I have 9-inch circular needles, which I find fiddly. But these are 10-inch. And I thought, I wonder would the 10-inch be that bit easier? And I'd never seen, and I love Knit Pro. But I'd never seen a 10-inch. And I really like the wooden needles. So anyway, I bought them. So I'm going to try them and see if they work. And then I bought some yarn. And the reason I bought some yarn, and it's all the same, I got King Cole. Might be a bit obsessed with King Cole right now. I bought King Cole Reflections. And this colorway is Ingleton, I think it's called. I think that's what it's called. And I just love it. And this is 57% cotton, 30% viscose, and 13% linen. And it's a double knit, I believe. Yeah, double knit. And so I found a pattern. This was in the shop, hanging up. You could see it. It was there. As soon as I saw that, I thought, this would be really nice for a summer top. And then, of course, I looked to see what you made it with, and it was the yarn was right there beside it, and all different colors. And I fell in love with that green color. I don't have any green tops, but I fell into that. But here's the nice thing about the King Cole patterns, is on one side is that, and on the other side is that. Now, here was the dilemma, because I was originally going to make that, and I bought 9 balls of yarn to make this. This one takes 8, but I feel like that might be a nicer summer top, don't you? This would be a nice fall top. You know how hot it gets in Canada. So I think I'm going to make that. So I want to finish Sunny's top so I can work on this. I can start on that. Because it's the same knitting needles, the same size needles. So perfect. So yes, so that was those two. Got lovely yarn. So the other thing that I've been making is I've been working on my cross stitch. And as you know, I am making this for Evelyn, my granddaughter. And I had done the fox, the hedgehog, and a little bit of the bunny, the hare, before I left. And ignore the chocolate stain on it. That was just an accident. This is where I've got to with it. Let me put that there so you can see it better. So this is where I've got. I've actually worked a lot on this. So I finished the hare. I did the, I think that's a mouse. And I did the owl. So I'm really thrilled with how this is coming on. It's really, really nice, beside the chocolate stain. So during the day, when I've had a little bit of time in the afternoon, that's what I've been working on. And then at night, when I'm watching telly with my brother and my dad, I've been knitting. One of the other things that I fell in love with, and I don't know how this is going to work, but I fell in love with this. Who was it? Alex of my Yarny Corner. Hello, Alex. She had just told us about a cross-stitch subscription she's getting for a magazine called The World of Peter Rabbit. And I love Peter Rabbit. So what I did was I went online to see if I could subscribe. And no, it's only for UK residents and Ireland residents only. We cannot get it in Canada or US, which is kind of annoying. So when I got here, I looked in the shops to see if I could see it. And a lot of people have been complaining, even with the subscription, they're not getting it in time. They got the first two, but they didn't get like the next couple or something. And they also sell them in the shops. So I thought, okay, maybe I'll forget the subscription and I'll go and look at them in the shops. And the first one I saw in the shop was this one, which is number 8. And what you're doing is each week, you're getting part of this to stitch, and it takes so many weeks, and then this one, and then, so luckily when I picked this one up, it was the start of this one. So I got this one, and with it you get, now I forget which way round it went, but we got floss to go, so it came in a packet. And there's no number. I don't know what kind of yarn it is. It looks very thick to me, this yarn. Why am I calling it yarn? Floss. It doesn't look, it's not a DMC. I can tell that right from the start. Could be Anchor, but I don't know. And there's just numbers on it. It doesn't tell you. So I don't know. I don't know if I'll use that. So that was it came in this one with this issue. And there's just really, and there's a nice story in it. It tells you there's other projects. There's another project you can make other than this year long, I'm guessing. There's a story in it. It's really not, and the pictures are lovely. There's how Beatrix Potter lived, what her childhood memories were, and it's really nice. So I picked this one up, and because I got to stay here longer than I had anticipated, I picked up number 9. So here's 9, and again it continues on with Hunka Munka, and there's an extra pattern in here for a baby duck. Let's see if I can find that and show you without ripping it all apart. So there's this as well. It's a really nice magazine. It's not very big, and it's falling apart because it's actually, is that the front? Yeah, it's actually got holes in it. And you put it in a binder, and apparently if you subscribe you get the binder, but Again, I have no idea if that would, and you can also, so there's 2 projects plus the one that you're working on. And the way it's supposed to work, my understanding, is you get, it's a weekly magazine, and it's £4.99 here. And then, but if you subscribe, you get once a month, you get a package with 4 of them in. But if you want to just get it at the shops, you can get it at the shops. So I will probably get number 10 when I'm at the shops, which will finish off Hunka Munka, because it gives you step-by-step instructions. I don't need that, but whatever. And then I think I'll see if I can subscribe and have it shipped to my dad. And then my dad can ship it to me. And of course we got more, another color. So I was really thrilled to bits with that. So that was a purchase I made while I've been here, beside the wall. And then the final purchase I made, we went to a garden shop, garden center. And it had a bunch of shops in it. And one of them was this little shop. It's in Swindon, so it's close to where my dad lives. So we went there. He'd sent me a picture of this shop one day and said, "Oh, look," and I'm going there when I'm over. And sure enough, I did. And there were so many lovely things. And I have to be careful what I'm carrying back too. I've only got, a suitcase. So I picked up this little scrap bag, which has got, this is, I believe, the Ada Sitar new fabric line. And I feel like this is, I don't know if it's a fat 1/8. I'm not sure if it's a fat 1/8 or 10 by 9, 10 by 10, something like that, squares. But I thought this would be nice to make a patchwork bag for cross-stitch. So I have a really nice pattern for cross-stitch bag. So I'm going to use that when I get home. So I thought I'd make that. And then I purchased a fat 1/4 of this, which goes with it. It's that one there, to make the lining of this bag that I want to make for my cross-stitch. And then, of course, then I thought, well, I might need 2 bags. So I bought a fat 1/4 of this and a fat 1/4 of that. I don't know what this is. I don't know. Oh, Andover Fabrics. This is Andover Fabrics. Pin up something. And I believe that's the new range of Andover Fabrics. So does this one say what it is? No. But I thought these were really pretty, and I'll make a bag. Whether I do a cross-stitch bag, probably will, seeing as I appear to be doing a lot of cross-stitch lately. So that was that purchase, and that's all I have for you. Yeah, that's it. So I am going to edit this, get it up for you, and oh, my dad's having a chocolatey Claire. It's one of his 5s. He loves cream cakes. And I'm going to see if I can sew up that sweater for Sunny and start my new one. Okay, well, I'll see you in 2 weeks, because next week, although I will be home, I'll have my dad at my house, so I don't know if I'll have time to record, but I'll see you in 2 weeks for sure for another podcast and more epic happenings. Okay, that sounded stupid. I don't know why I said that. Okay, I'm gonna go. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.